Hi, I'm Cheryl Janine, and I help women over 40 build and launch an automated sales system so they create consistent income in 90 days or less. And I help women who may be feeling stuck in a feast and famine cycle when it comes to their finances, or they want to just turn their expertise into a premium coaching business. So my method comes from working with over 3,000 students in my courses collectively over the years, and I just developed a framework that can move them through each phase in their business so that they can create this sales system that works for them even while they sleep. So it's really working in the background 24/7 so that there's not a lot of hustle and grind to get the next dollar. And so the first thing I always start off with when it comes to coaching or creating a plan, creating some type of blueprint for that next level is identity and regulation. And I do this because this goes beyond mindset, right? A lot of times we have issues or challenges that can hold us back. And a lot of coaches will say, okay, it's mindset stuff and this and that. But it's not just that. It's your mind, body, and soul that have to be in alignment and on one accord for everything to work properly, for you to receive and thrive and grow. Because if your body is not responding the way you want it to, because it may not feel safe, right? If your body doesn't feel safe, it's going to be hard for you to grow. It's going to be hard for you to expand. So there's a decision that needs to be made. You're either going to choose expansion or you're going to choose a survival identity. And so if you're choosing expansion and your body is keeping you stuck and rejecting the thing that you want to call in, then we have to get that regulated. So essentially for women over 40, our bodies go through different changes. We go through a lot of things emotionally. We have unhealthy habits that lead to unhealthy patterns. And in order for us to actually claim our inheritance, claim the abundance that we are calling in, we need to have all these things regulated, because you cannot operate from a dysregulated body, a dysregulated nervous system. Sorry, my camera cut off. But my goal is for you to create capacity for the expansion that you want. I don't really like saying I help you, because I partner with you, I assist you to do that. Because overall, we want to create multiple six-figure businesses and beyond. We want to have a personal brand that not only we love, but loves us back and also leaves a legacy. So my framework starts off with visibility. Well, it starts off with identity, like I said, but we move into visibility, and that's you being seen. Also, if your nervous system doesn't feel safe with you being seen, that's why we start with the identity and regulation portion. All right, because we can't move into the other stuff until we get that together. So your visibility is very important, because your visibility lets people know that you exist. All right, does it equal more money? No, but it lets people know that you exist, and you have to stay in front of people in order for you to have a chance at making any type of sales, right? We also go into your offer creation. Creating an offer isn't as simple as it sounds, right? There should be an offer structure. There should be an offer suite. You should have more than one. But we want an offer that not only highlights you, but highlights your transformation and lets people know that you have the ability to solve their problems, okay? We also do list building. I also go over list building because that was the first way that I was able to build my business, was through collaboration and doing list building. Your list is your most valuable asset that you're going to have for your business. So it's essential that that's a part of the framework. Understanding your customer. If you don't know who your customer is, what they need, how you can help them in the current climate of the market, that's a problem, because you'll be creating offers that will not sell. So we move through understanding your customer. Also, your messaging and positioning, what your message is. A lot of people say, you go through a lot of mess because that's your message. And it can be very true. And that's how you're going to relate to your audience, that emotional connection, that human connection, right? That's part of your messaging. That's how you position yourself to win. All right? What kind of experience are you trying to give your clients? How are you going to deliver that? Like, we go through all the stages of this. Because if you don't have all of these things in place, it kind of makes it hard to have a sustainable business. And we really don't have time to play. So all these elements will be conducive to you having your sales system set up. You have an automated sales funnel that has your content strategy, it has your marketing, it has all these things automated for you and constantly working to sustain your business. This takes away from you having to worry about the inconsistencies of up and down income months. Like sometimes you have a good month here, sometimes you have a bad month there. It takes out all of that. It creates a way for you to have better self-care. Take vacations when you want to. Spend more time with your family, right? But you don't have to constantly be in a hustle and grind mode and show up every single day to do it. Like you actually have a system that's working for you and not against you. And that's essentially what we want to create. It's made the most sense for me in my business and many other women. And I can honestly understand, as a woman over 40, that life looks a lot different than it did 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. I don't have the same energy I had back then. You know what I mean? So this is why I created this, because I know how my energy is. I know I need to honor my energy. I know how I'm designed. I know how I'm wired when it comes to output and input. That's very important. Everybody's not wired the same way. So we want to get rid of inconsistencies, and we want stability and something that's going to last. Okay, so with creating your coaching business, you get to create low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket products in rotation so that your clients are getting the help they need without you having to show up all the time. Overworking, over delivering, overextending yourself. So if you want to work with me, the information will be in the description, but I'm at CherylJMoses.com. You can also find me on TikTok at Boss Coach Cheryl. And I'm also on LinkedIn too, Cheryl J. Moses on LinkedIn as well. And you can also shoot me an email. And like I said, that information will be in the description box. Thank you guys for listening. Hope to see you soon.